Hello everyone, this is Ali Hamdan, and in this course I will teach you Python for absolute beginners. In this video I will do a small introduction about what are the prerequisites for this course, what to expect from it, general outline, and how to get in contact with each other. First, the prerequisites for you to learn Python for absolute beginners is nothing. You don't have to know any other languages. You don't need to have a background in engineering. You're not an engineering student at all. You can be a medical student or an accountant or a lawyer and want to learn Python because it is the language that is invading the whole world nowadays. What to expect from this course? In this course, you will expect everything for you to put your legs on the Python path. For example, if you want to start with Python for beginners and you don't have any idea about arithmetic operations, about how Python think and operate, you will get in trouble in this and you will find some difficulties. Thus, this is a very small course that will give you these basics and give you the ability to learn any course you want concerning Python as a beginner. As an outline, we will learn how to create a Python file, run also at the beginning of the course you will run your first program. That's very interesting, and you will learn the print command, the variables, the receiving how to receive input from the user, the type of conversions, the strings, also the strings methods. If you found these topics weird, because I will repeat, that's for absolute beginners. If you don't know these topics, you will find problem when you start a really beginner Python course. Also, you will learn arithmetic operations, operator precedence, a math function, the if statements, the big if statements that we will work on it a lot, use a lot of, make a lot of exercises and projects. They are very funny, very exciting and interesting. You can finish the whole course in the same evening. It is very easy and very interesting. Also, you will learn logical operators and comparison operators, and for sure we will have a project, a very interesting project at the end of this course. Don't worry, it's not easy, it's not hard, it is easy. Hello again. Now let's start with the Python. In order for you to start with Python, you have to download the Python. I use Python 3, and you have to use the Python Sharp. Let's start with Python Sharp. This is a previous project I was working on. Now let's start to create a new project on Python. What we do is we go to the upper section, File, then press New Project. Here you name the new project as Python Tutorial. You can name it whatever you want. And then Create. I want to use the same window. This stuff takes a little bit of time in order to download setups, create the virtual environment, indexing, and etc. You have to wait around 30 seconds, I think. Okay, now it's ready for us to use. This is the main window. It gives you a little bit of tips, etc. What we will do is we will create a new window for us. We go to the Python tutorial, then right-click and press New. You have different options. We will create a new file. This file, I will call it python.skillshare. However, it is not done yet. You have to press .py, or it will take it as a file, just file. It will not be a Python file. It will not highlight if you press a variable or a command. Thus, it is very important, and a little bit of people or some people fall in this problem. Enter. Now we created our file. Let's start with programming our first program. Now, after creating the folder, let's start with our new program or our first program. I want you to make this screen write hello, then your name, to the Python course. The command that brings this statement to the screen is print. Print. Then, like this, and then we create hello Ali to the Python course. Everything inside these two will be considered as a statement and will be showed on the screen. How you run this program? You go to run, then press run. You have to choose between main or Python Skillshare. In case you have different windows, you have to choose your window. Then we press Python Skillshare and it is here, hello Ali to the Python course. And by this, we finished our first program. Congratulations. Now let's continue with the print command. In the print command, if we want to put inside the statement apostrophes or quotation marks, what we have to do. For example, I will try and put Ali inside apostrophes. It will not run as there is a syntax error. Ali inside the apostrophes is an invalid syntax. So what we have to do is to change the outside apostrophes and make them quotation marks. In this case, the Python will understand that inside the quotation marks is the statement and the apostrophes is included inside the statement. Now we will run it and it's done. Hello Ali to the Python course where Ali is inside apostrophes. What if I want to make Python inside quotation marks while Ali is inside apostrophes? If I want to run the course, it will not work. What you have to do is to create a command for Python that consists of 3 quotation marks at the 2 sides. And by this, he will understand that hello Ali to the Python course where Ali is inside of the apostrophes and Python is inside of the quotation marks. Let's run it. And here we go. It's done. Now let's continue with the Python command. If I want to print quotation marks and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excuse me, I wrote Python. It's print. I want to print 5 apostrophes. Let's run it. It will run. However, there is an easier way. Print this apostrophe times 5. Excuse me. By this, the times 5 should be inside the bracket, outside the brackets. Okay, well, the problem is unsupported operand type times. Okay, no problem. By this, we print 5 apostrophes. And by this, we finish the print command. The print command will be explicitly more elaborated, however, in the continuing of this course. And now we will start with the variables. The variables are variables defined by the user to Python, inside which we give a value or a statement, etc. For example, I will define a variable called price and then equals to 20. Then print price, the Python will show on the screen the price 20. However, the algorithm of Python is following. So if I write price equal 10, then price equals to 15. What the program needs is price equal 20, then price equal 10. He will remove the price equal 20 from its history and continue as price equal 10. Then price equal 15, he will remove price equal 10 from its history and keeps the 15 inside his head, inside its memory. Then print price equal 15. Now let's see a small project or exercise. I'm gonna define x equal to 10. Then y equals to 20. Then x equals to 15. Then y equals to 10. Then I will ask Python to print x, then y. Let's see what he will print. Please have small time to think about what Python will generate. Okay, you were right. Python will print 15 then 10. He will remove x as 10 and keep it as 15. Also, he will remove y as 20 and keep it as 10. Also, we have something called the Bulgarian or true or false. Python is a sensitive language, as we said, thus it will be affected by small case or capital case. For example, if I call it price equals to 20, then ask Python to print price, he will print it as 20. However, if I press instead of price capital, he will not understand what the meaning of price. He's telling me name error, name print is not defined. Also, if I want to define price as price and print it, he will also tell me that name price is not defined. So what we have to do is to be careful about this stuff. There is a section in the Python that have to be capitalized. For example, true or false. I want to make a statement is expensive and equals to true. Then print price, then print is expensive. Also, if you want to make a word of a combination of two or more words, you have to make this lower case here. Then I will ask him to print, he will print 20, then true. If I put true as a small case, he will not understand it and make also a name error as name true is not defined. So we have to pay attention to this stuff. Now we will go with a small project. It is a very simple project. I want you to see if customer Ali Hamdan is a new customer or an old customer. So let's start with printing name equals Ali. And then let's say is new equals to true. Print name, then print is new. For sure, this program will not run. I did a mistake. I know I did this mistake, but I want you to know where is this mistake. Please take a little bit of time. What is wrong in this video is name Ali. If I want to run it, he will not. He's telling me Ali is not defined. So I have to make Ali as inside of quotations or apostrophes for this program to understand that Ali is not a value. Ali is a name. And then run it. Ali is true. He is new. Now let's move on to our next topic, that is receiving input. If you watch TV and you use your remote controller, you can see that there is a button on the remote. So each button represents a function in the TV. So if you press 12, he will take 1, 2 and take you to channel 12. If you press reverse, now arriving to a new topic, that it is now with our new topic, the receiving input. The receiving input section should be acknowledged. Now arriving to the section of receiving input. In order to understand this section, you have to think about the remote controller and the TV. The remote controller is a collection of buttons in which if you press each button, the TV will take it as a value or as a command. Thus, if we want to make Python take something from, take any announcement, name, number, anything from the user, how to use it? We have a function called input. And once these parentheses are reached, it take like an execution. Yeah. Input, do it now. So let's start with asking you, what's your name? What is your name? With a space, and make this answer as name equal input. So Python is asking you what is your name, and your answer will be registered as name. Then we will move on and press print name. Let's see what we have. What is your name? Ali. He is printing Ali. Or if I want to make it as your name is, then stop, then plus, then name. That's how you print on the terminal a function with a statement. What is your name? Ali. Your name is Ali. We have to make a space here. Last time, Ali, your name is Ali. Let's change a little bit. Name is Ali, and favorite color equal input. What is your favorite color? Then we will move on and print name plus likes the, then plus favorite plus color. Point. Here, let's see the program. That's nice. What is your name? Let's say Rami. What is your favorite color? Blue. Rami likes the blue color. That's simple. That's easy. Let's change a little bit with the print. In order to simplify, if we want to make the name, number, age, favorite color, favorite skill, etc. So we have to make it easier. We go to print, we make quotation mark, function, then write everything we want. Excuse me. F, then quotation. And write whatever we want. Name, likes favorite color than color, where the variables should be put inside these brackets. Favorite color. Let's see how. Your name is Sarah. Your favorite color, yellow. Sarah likes yellow color or likes the yellow color with a point. And by this, we have finished this section of receiving input. Now to move on to another section, that is the type conversion. When we say type conversion, we have to make sure and understand that numbers in Python falls in mainly three classes. The classes is another topic that we will talk about later. However, the three classes are string, float, and integer. I will make a small example in where I will make some mistakes or a mistake to see what is the problem. Let's ask about the birth year of a person. Input. What is your birth year? If I want to print this, the answer of it, for sure it will appear on the terminal, because the birth year or any variable that I introduce, it will be a string. Okay, let's print what is your birth year, 1990, let's say. It will print for me 1990 on the terminal. Let's ask for the age, or let's calculate the age. I will define a new variable called age. Now with simple calculation, age equal 2021 minus birth year. And then I will ask Python to print age. It will not print it. Run what is your birth year, 1990. It will make an error because it considers that the birth year is not an integer number, and I cannot make integer number minus string. It is not possible. For the program, it's seeing like age equals 2021 minus 1990. That's how it sees it. So in order for us to change this, we have to change the class of birth year, all by making a new function, int birth. Now the birth year is an integer number and it can be removed from 2021. Let's print the age, 1990, 31. It's correct. This is a simple comprehension. However, I want you to make an exercise. Please, after the question, pause the video and try to do it alone. That asks a person his weight in pounds and then convert it to kilograms. Then print his weight, its weight or her weight on the terminal. Please pause the video and try it yourself. It is easy. Let's start with the solution. If I want, first I have to define the weight in pounds equal to input. What is your weight in pounds? Simple. Then make the calculation. Weight in kilograms equal weight in pounds times 0.45. However, this weight in pounds is a string, thus I have to change its class. Int weight in pounds times 0.45. Then print, let's use the new technique. Your weight is semicolon, weight in kilograms, then kilograms. Let's make it that it is a surprise. Okay, let's run it. What is your weight in pounds? Let's say 125. Your weight is 56.25 kilograms. That's correct. I wish you did it right. Let's move on to another topic. After finishing the type of conversion, let's move on to the strings. In this course, you will learn a lot about strings. I previously started with the print function, speaking about the strings and the double quotation, one quotation, etc. Let's repeat a little bit of what we said. Let's say that the course is called course equal to Python in Skillshare. And let's print, excuse me, course. We will get on the terminal Python in Skillshare, and you know now if we want to make it as the apostrophe is part of it, we can do so. Now, how to do if I want to write a big message? For example, I want to write Python in Skillshare is one of the best courses. Please, oh no, let's remove this and let's write what we want to say. Python is for everyone. Python on Skillshare is the best. Hope you are enjoying it. Let's remove. Okay. Thanks for your help. How we do this? To do so, we have a technique that's called the double quotation, and here the double quotation, triple quotation, one, and this one, it's not working, okay, with also this one, and here, if I want him to print course, he will print it as I want to so. If I want to make here a tab and print, the tab will appear. If I want to make here a double tab, the tab will appear. Also, in this section, we will learn a technique about the strings. I will remove this and let's say course equal Python on Skillshare. Now, let's tell Python to print course. However, now I want to make like brackets, and just press the number 2. Let's see what he will print. He will print the letter T. Now, if I want him to print the letter 1, he will print the Y. If I want him to print the P, I have to start with the 0. Now I can let Python print me a part of it. For example, I want from 0 till 6. Let's see. Python from 0 till 6. If I tell him from 6 till nothing, he will print after 6. He will not take 6 and then move on. He will start, with the 6 with the space and then move on to the end of the name. Let's do a small exercise. I want to make a range and you have to guess what I am asking or what Python will print on the terminal. Can you guess it now? Please take some time. He will take the on. Now let's say from 10 till 15. Skill. What if I want to know the number or the length of the Python skill? What I have to do is I make print. There is a built-in function called length, the length of course. This is very essential. And I tell you why it is essential. Because sometimes when you are signing up or creating an account on a website, you press a password. In this password, if it exceeded, for example, 20 letters, it will reject it. Now, we can make an example or a project about using this length. If it exceeded this type or this number of letters, you will be rejected and re-ask you to input your password. This is important in this section of websites, and you may find it in other areas. For example, if you are putting your name in a game, etc. This is for the strings. Let's move on to another topic. Now let's move on to the strings methods section. It is a very interesting and nice part of this course where we can manage and modify the strings to be changed, to be modified, etc. Let's remove what we have and let's repeat course equal Python for beginners. Then let him print. Okay, before letting it print, let's tell you what the meaning of the method, strings methods. Once I put the dot, I get a series of methods where the Python is able to change or modify or manage with the strings. For example, lower, split, index, find, upper, etc. Let's start with the upper method, course.upper, then execution. As we said before, let's print what we will have. Course.upper and run. Python for beginners or in upper letter. Let's change it to lower and check. Python for beginners or in the lower case. However, the method does not change the original statement in the string. For example, if I re-enter print course, I will have nothing to worry about. Python for beginners as in the lower case and Python for beginners in the original case. Let's try another thing that is the find. But before making course.find, I have to explain an idea missing in the previous section. If I asked Python to print course and in the range of -1, he will print S, the last one. If -3, he will print the letter E, the third one from the final side. Now you will understand why I explained this topic before explaining find. Let's print course.find. What we want to find? We want to find the strain letter P. Let's run it. Excuse me, what's giving me? Okay. The line 5. I'm writing nothing in the line 5. Okay. He gives me an index 0. The method find finds the letter or anything you are searching about by index, by giving you where it is in the statement. Let's try for t. Index 2. 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I will make a dash. Now I will tell you what the meaning of this dash. Okay. Let's see now for letter Y and check. It is 1 according to this. This, the window, like I call it, is known as, or the hashtag, is just telling Python this is a detail or a note. Don't run it, don't read it, just a note, scratch. I want to put anything. For example, here I want to write for the user, print Python for beginners in course. That's easy. Just a note for the one who is writing the for the one who is reading the code. Now let's try another thing. If I want to course.find p in the lower letter, I will have -1. The -1 is not an index, that it is in the ending, or it is the last letter in the statement. That's why I explained the -1 in the strings. It is different than the -1 in the find, because find, it's telling me -1 like it is negative. There is no letter p in the lowercase, because the method find is case sensitive. It can be sensitive to the upper and lower letter. Let's retry, and p, it will get it. If I want him to, for example, the S letter, he will not tell me -1. He will show me the number 19 in the index 19. Let's move on to a very cool method that is called the replace. Course.replace. And by replace, I have to tell him the old and the new. I want to replace the letter P, comma, with the letter J. And let's run it. Python for beginners. If I want to then print course, I can see that it didn't change. The replace or any other methods does not replace or affect the initial statement. Now let's see in the operator if he finds the whole. Let's try another method called .find. I'm asking him to find Python. Unexpected, excuse me. Okay, I forgot to make a parenthesis. He will tell me 0. He found Python starting from the index 0. For example, if I tell him beginners, let's check. He will tell me 11. Starting index 11, we will start with beginners. Now I have a command or a section called the in section or the in command. It resembles the find, however, it is different. It resembles it only. So if I want to tell Python, can you find Python in course? And let's run it in course now. Okay, I have to make a command, the print Python in course. Let's see what we'll have. We will have a true. For sure, the in command is a Boolean expression because it returns a Boolean value. For example, if I told him print Python with a lower letter in course, he will tells me false. It is not present. That's how the in command differs from the dot find, because the dot find, let's print course dot find the letter, the word Python, and let's make Python here. We will get true in the in command. However, we will get a 0 in the dot find command, because the find gets the index and the in gets the Boolean value, true or false. I hope you enjoyed this section. Let's move on to another one. Now, with the arithmetic operations. The arithmetic operations, like every computer language, there is built-in operations that are arithmetic, corresponding to the mathematic operations included inside the Python language. And as we know that numbers in general, and especially in Python, are divided into two classes. The integer number, such as 10, 20, 4, and float numbers, such as 3.66, 4.98. That's why I wanted to show you how to invert from one type to another type, and how to see other arithmetic operations inside these sections. For example, if x equals to 10.5, let's say x1 equal int x. What will happen is the following: print on the terminal x1, and let's see what we will have. We will have 10, because it will remove the float number. I will also make 10.6 to see it will stay 10. It will not round. The rounding, it will be in the operator procedures and the math functions. We will arrive to them. Also, I wanted to show you the basic math or arithmetic operations included in Python. We have the plus, the minus, the multiplication, the division. We have special division, and we have the modulus, also the power or the exponential. For example, let's say x equals to 10 plus 4, then print x. We will have on the terminal 14. Sure. 10, let's make the minus 4. 10 times 4, 40. Now we arrive to the division. Let's say I have 10 backslash divided by 4. I will get 2.5. What if I put double slash? Let's try. I will get 2, because it will take only the integer part. For example, 10 divided by 3. I will get 3, because the answer is 3.33. Let's see. As the simple division, it will be 3.33, etc. Now let's arrive to the modulus. The modulus give me what is the rest of the division. 10 divided by 3 equal 9, 3 times 3 plus 1, the remaining. 20 modulus 3, we will have 2. Also, we have the power and or the exponential. We refer to the exponential or to the power by the, let's say 10, 2 stars, 2 times, it will be 30, it will be 1000, excuse me, 10 to the power of 3. Also, I have in this section, I want to show you two basic or two different concepts in the augmentation or the incrementation. What do we mean by incrementation? Let's say x equals to 20 plus 4, 20. Then we said x equal 20 plus 4. and ask Python to print x, for sure he will print 24, the second one. Now we have a technique. This is the incrementation. We have an enhanced technique called the augmentation, and this is essential if you want to do if loops and for loops. We will see it in other projects and examples that the augmentation is more advanced. It is better to use the augmentation technique. We said x plus equal 3. This formula is the same as x equal x plus 3. This is the same. The plus equal refers to equal x plus. That's why I will remove this and ask him to print x. For sure he will print 23. By this we finished the arithmetic operations section. Now arriving to the operator precedence section. This is not concerned with Python or any other languages for programming. It is a basic math concept, and it is for all operations, all applications, etc. The operator precedence will be explained more with an example. Let's say x equal 10 plus 2 times 4 times 4. What will happen is the Python will not read it as 10 plus 2 equal 12 times 4 equal 48. It will follow the true mathematical procedure, as it will start with the multiplication before the addition, and 2 times 4 equal 8, 10 plus 8, it will be equal to 18. Thus, if I ask Python to print x, he will print it as 18 on the terminal. And the same if I did the division. However, I want 4 divided by 2, 10 plus 4 divided by 2 equal to 2, then it will be 10 plus 2. I will have 12 on the terminal, 12 plus 0. Because I use the division command, he will give me a float number instead of an integer number. This will be the same if I did the multiplication with the exponential. For example, if I ask Python to print x plus 2 times 2 and exponent of 2, what will happen is it will start with the exponential part. 2 to the power of 2 equal 4, 2 times 4 equal 8, and 10 plus 8 will be 18. That's correct. So what we will have as the priority, let's give it to remind you with the announcement or the note. Priority, it will be 1 for the exponential, 2 will be for the multiplication and the division, and the number 3 will be for the plus and for the minus. I wish this section was helpful, and please do not make these mistakes. It will show you that you have some lacks in mathematic concepts. Unfortunately, I taught different students from different backgrounds Python languages, and once we arrive to the arithmetic operations sections, we fall in this problem. It is a common mistake for students. I don't know why. Now let's move on to a very interesting topic, the math function. Now with the math function section. In this section, we will learn how we have some functions and built-in functions, how we import models concerning the mathematical operations. Let's assume that we have x equals to 4.7 and ask Python to have the rounding of x, and then print this rounding. Print rounding of x. What we will have is for sure 5, and let's now put it 4.3, and we will have 4. Also, we have another function that is the absolute. Assuming 4 is a negative number minus 4.3, and ask Python to print the absolute of x. let's see what we have. It will turn it always to a positive number, minus 6. It will return it as a positive 6. Now, these are very basic mathematical operations and commands. However, sometimes we have some complex operations and we need, for example, tangent, cosine, etc. All these can be found from math models, that these models are built inside Python. For example, if I enter to a supermarket and I want to buy different stuff, I have different sections. For example, one for the vegetables, one for the candies, etc. These are models. In Python, we have different models, and the math model is one of them, where we can find all these mathematical operations in order to use them. These are pre-built inside Python. In order to import this model and use it in the window we are working on, we print import math. Just this. We will have it in a gray color. Thus we wrote it right. We have to pay attention that it should be all in the lower case. And in order to use it, we have to use the math dot, and we have different functions: a cosine, tangent, floor, ceil. Let's check what the meaning of the ceil function, and let's see math dot ceil of 4.9, then print the answer on the terminal to see. The ceil for sure will be 5. We will have 5 on the terminal, as we can see. The opposite of the ceil technique or the ceil method is the floor. Let's see, we will have 4. There is a large number of functions inside this model. For you to find all these commands and application in this model, all you have to do is to go to your browser and press Python 3 model math model and press OK. We get to the Python 3.9.6 documentation, and we can see a very large number of theoretic and representation functions. We can see the description of each one and how to use it. As an exercise, at the end of this section, I advise you to go and see some of these functions and try to use them in the Python. Hello everyone. In this video, I will be showing you the if loops section. This is one of the most important sections in this course because it shapes other programs, and you will see how, in case you will continue this course and you want to do the project, it will be very useful for your project at the end of this course and for the continuing of the Python course on this channel. Let's start with directly an exercise. If I want from Python to print a program according to the following: if the weather is hot, tell the user that the weather is hot and drink plenty of water. Otherwise, if the weather is cold, tell the user that the weather is cold and wear good clothes. Otherwise, tell the user that it is a lovely day, and finish your program with enjoy your day. Let's start with the first section. For the if loops, I have to define first is hot equal true. It is a Boolean value. Then if is hot, I will have an indentation here, indent expected after the if, because if is hot is true, it will directly apply what is inside the indentation. I press print and quotation mark because I want to use an apostrophe. It's a hot day, then print drink plenty of water. Let's try. Is hot is true. He printed on the terminal. It's a hot day. Drink plenty of water. However, we ask the program to finish your program with enjoy your day. If I pressed like this, print enjoy your day, it's a problem because in all cases, if it is hot, if it is cold, or it is a lovely day, the enjoy your day should be done. However, when I put it inside the indentation, I'm asking Python to print enjoy your day only if is hot is done. So in order for us to make everything clear and to print enjoy your day in all conditions, I have to make it as an alone statement outside the indentation. Let's continue and put otherwise if the weather is cold. Now I will make the is hot false, and the otherwise is represented in Python with else print it's a cold day, print wear good clothes. Wear. And let's run it. It's a cold day, wear good clothes, enjoy your day. I will show you why you cannot do this because, okay, I will remove this from here and let's run it. In case is hot is false, enjoy your day will not be shown, or we have to put it in each if case. No, that's not good at all. The repetition. I wanted to give you an advice. In Python, please avoid repetition because now we are starting with small programs. However, if we want to continue with advanced courses, you will see that Python should be very clear, cut in modules and sections, and everything should be the minimum. Let's get it back here. Now, he is asking me otherwise, tell the user that it is a lovely day. Now I cannot do this with two else's. So what will be done is we will define a new condition is cold and press it equal false. Remember the false and the true, the Boolean expressions should be in the capital letter. Then the otherwise is represented by if, and if it is represented by if, we have a term for the else called elif. It means otherwise if. Then we define a new else and print it's a lovely day. And let's run it. Aleph is cold, and now it can be run. It's a lovely day, enjoy your day. Let's change is cold true and is hot false. It's a cold day, wear good clothes. In case this was true and this is false, it's a hot day, drink plenty of water. Now I want you to do a small exercise. What will be done is the price of the car is $1,000. So we remove all and define price equal $100,000. If the customer has good credit, make a $10% discount. Otherwise, make a 20% discount. And I want you to print the down payment, the final payment at the end of the terminal. So let's start. I have to make a condition. Has good credit equal true. So if, please try to do it yourself, it is very direct, and then see the solution. You can pause the video. If has good credit, we enter payment equal price minus 0.1 times price. Then else payment equal price minus 0.2 times price. And at the end, print, and I will use a formatted string, your final payment is payment. Let's check that everything is okay. 100,000 for this, and your final payment is 90,000 because the has good credit is true. If it's false, let's check. Your down payment is $80,000. However, we didn't put any dollar sign. Let's put it here for the indentation, the dollar sign, and see what's happened is $80,000. I wish you were able to solve this example, and see you in a new topic. Now we arrive to the logical operators tutorial. This logical operator is used in case we have multiple conditions. For example, if an applicant has high income and good credit, the bank will tells him that it is eligible for loan. If you are asked to do this program, first you have to define has good income equals to true. Then good has high income has good credit equal true. Then in this case the applicant is eligible for the loan. Print eligible for loan. How to make now the if condition? So we tell him if has high income and not has good credit, and function has good credit, you have to put the print inside the indentation of the if. Let's try it now. Eligible for loan. In case I change only one, I will have zero. I will have nothing. That's why if you want to ask Python to have just one condition, has high income or has good credit, what to do? Let's say false, and we change and to or. The or function will do the same. In case I make them both false, I will have nothing on the terminal, because in the or function I need at least one condition that it is true. So as a note, the and mean both, the or means at least one, and I have also one that is called the not function. I will tell you when we use not function. Let's assume that the bank does not it is not interested in good credit, and the only other condition is has criminal record equal false and has good income true. how to tell Python that this false is now needed. I don't want him having a criminal record. I need the criminal record condition as a false and not both of them true. So what I have to do is if has high income and not has criminal record, print eligible for loan. What will happen here is the has high income is true and Python is waiting for a true condition. So not will make like a negative in the mathematical operations. It will reverse it. So not, it becomes false and the has a criminal record will become as for Python as an eligible condition. So he is printing me the loan. For example, if I press here true, I will have nothing. If I press here false, I will also have nothing. Now let's extend this program and ask Python in case this case was not achieved, print not eligible for loan, just for not making the terminal always as a free terminal without writing anything. And by this we finished the logical operations. Let's move on to another section. Okay, now arriving with the comparison operators section. This operators compare a parameter with a value. In the previous example, we said if it is hot is true. We compare it, we put it in a condition of a Boolean value. If it is hot, if it is cold, if it is neither this or this, it will be a lovely day. I will repeat the same example. However, the conditions are with values. Let's assume that if temperature is greater than 30, the weather will be cold, and I will put on the print on the terminal, it's a cold, it's a hot day, drink plenty of water. In case the temperature was below 10, it is a cold day, wear good clothes. And in case neither this or this, the temperature, the announcement will be, it's a lovely day, enjoy your day. Let's first define a value, a variable called temperature, and let's say temperature equal 35. If temperature greater than 30, we will have print it's a lovely day, then print drink plenty of water. Now, if Aleph temperature is lower than 10, print it's cold day, then print wear good clothes. And then else print it's a lovely day, and at the end of everything print enjoy your day. This is the same program that we did last time, however with values, with a comparison operators rather than just logical operators. Now I want to introduce the comparison operators for you. Here we used greater and lower than. However, we have greater or equal, we have the lower or equal, we have the greater alone, we have the lower alone, we have the equal sign. The equal sign is a double equal, because in case you give Python just one equal, he will make like a red mistake, red error. There is something wrong, because the one equal, it is just an assignment statement. It does not give a Boolean value. The condition we said before that it works according to the Boolean value. So if this condition does not give true or false, it will not run the program. Thus, in order to make it as equal, we have to make double equal, and we can use the not equal, and this is referred with exclamation mark and equal. Always the not in Python is referred with an exclamation mark. Let's do if it is greater than 30, and let's run the simulation. It's a lovely day. Let's make it as a 25. It's a lovely day. Okay, now I will make it a little bit more spicy, let's say. I want you to insert the temperature. So I'm asking the user to insert the temperature, and according to this, I will print a statement. So what we will do is we will change the direct value of temperature and make input. What is the temperature now? And make a space. Okay, let's see. What is the temperature now? Let's see if the program will give me an error, yes or no. 30. And run. We have a trackback. The greater is not supported between instances of string and integer. We said before that the input is a string. So what we have to do is temperature. I have to temperature equal integer temperature. And now let's start. What is the temperature now? It's 35. Let's run it. It's a lovely day. Drink plenty of water and enjoy your day. If I'm rerun it and asking him what is the temperature, and it is 16, and enter, it's a lovely day, enjoy your day. With these conditions, if you did not understand this exercise or application fully, please repeat this tutorial, because I'm asking you a very nice project. It's a small exercise, it's not a project. I want you to do a program that if the name is less than 3 characters long, it print on the terminal name must be at least 3 characters. Otherwise, if the name is greater than 50 characters long, the name can be maximum of 50 characters, and otherwise name looks good. This is a simple exercise. However, I will give you a small trick or a tip. Use the length function that we learned it in the beginning of this course. It is referred with len and the parentheses. Try doing it yourself. Please stop the video now and see my solution and correct yourself. Don't directly go to the solution, please. We go to the application and let's run it to remove the terminal. Let's define a name with a string, call it skill share. Then start making the condition. If length of name is smaller than 3, print for me name must be at least 3 characters. If length of name is greater than 50, what we'll have is length of name greater than 50 it's not working. Okay, length of name is greater than 50. I will run it as indentation print name, and let's print it here. Name can be maximum of 50 characters. Then close the quotation mark and press the start, then else, we run it, tab, print, name looks good. Then we close the quotation, and by this we finished this example or this exercise. Name looks good. Let's try and change the Skillshare name, Alex Skillshare, etc. I'm just trying to make it above 50 and run. Name can be maximum of 50 characters, and in case I did it with and like just name, and let's run it. Name must be at least 3 characters. Now let's try to make it more spicy as we said before, and I'm asking you to input your name, and in case it followed the and according to the condition, it will print for you anything on the terminal. So let's define name equals to input, then insert your name with a space, and then like this. Let's run it. He's telling me that there is a problem concerning the input, and it is that we don't have a string. Now it's done. Insert your name. I will press Ali and press enter. Name looks good. Let's retry it, and Skillshare student, and let's run it. Name looks good. For the final time, I'm gonna try like just 2 letters, WE, and enter. Name looks good. That's a very large problem. That's why I'm gonna repeat it and press WE. Name must be at least 3 characters, because once I put this space, he took it as a character because it's a program. It learn what you have. Do you want me to make it more spicy, or let's keep it simple as this? Let's try. What if you put a name of 2 characters? It's done. You don't put your name anymore. The program should re-ask you about your number. So what we will have is we put, in case the condition was not found, we have to repeat this name input, and by the tab we put name input, and let's run it. Insert your name. If I'm telling you WE, name must be at least 3 characters, insert your name. Let's change it and make it more professional. Reinsert your name, and by this we did the right thing. The same for this layer, this section. Now you have a very professional, let's say W, name must be at least 3 characters, reinsert your name, Ali, and then the process is finished. By this we finished this exercise. Let's move on to another section. Hello everyone. After finishing this small and easy course of Python for absolute beginners, and after teaching you all basics in order for you to start your way in Python as a beginner, I want you to do a small and easy project. I chose to not make it as challenging and hard because you are just absolute beginners. And in the continuing courses, I will make you some very spicy and challenging projects. What I want you to do is to write a program that asks you the weight of the customer and the unit. Then Python should convert it from kilograms to pounds, or from pounds to kilograms, depending on which unit you inserted your weight. Then print it on terminal. For you to understand more, and make it clear, because please try to do it yourself without directly going back to the solution. Do it. It is very easy. It's doable. I will try to run it. He is asking me my weight. Let's say 160. For sure, it will not be in kilograms. It will be in pounds. Whether I put him a small L or a large L, he will give me 72 kilograms. I will rerun it and try to put him, to tells him in kilogram. Let's say K, you are 160 pounds. By this, it is a very small project. It will not take more than 10 minutes with you. Please try to do it. And this is also my contact for you. If you have any question, if you want to send me your project, if you want to know more about anything, you made a mistake, you didn't understand the solution, anything you want, feel free to contact me through my mail, my phone number. If you are outside Lebanon, you can chat with me through WhatsApp, Telegram. Also, my LinkedIn link is in front of you. I wish you enjoyed this course. Good luck with the project, and please do it right. You are able to do so. Good luck. Okay everyone, now let's start with the solution of the project. We know the project was very easy. It was just for the application. I didn't want you to give a challenging project because you are absolute beginners, and we did many exercises that were very interesting, and in case you were able to solve them, you are ready to continue with Python in other levels. Now the project asked us to write a program that asks the customer or the user of his weight and in which unit he is inputting his weight. Then the program should convert it from kilograms to pounds, or from pounds to kilograms, according to what's being done. Then he should print it on terminal. Let's start with the program. First, we have to ask the user, we have to define the weight variable that is the weight of the customer or the user. Weight equal, then we are used to put input, then strings weight 2 point, and then make it space to make a value. However, there is an error. We are advanced in this section, in the string section. We know that the input section will return a string. However, the weight, I want it as an integer number. So from the beginning, without putting any errors or making any mistakes, let's turn it into an integer number and continue safely. Now, let's move on. I want to ask the customer or the user about the unit. So I will define another variable that is called the unit and run equals. Then input and put the apostrophes to start this string and ask him, write L for pounds and K for kilograms, or insert. Okay. Now let's move on. Unit input, kilograms. I have to finish them in the parentheses and we're done. We are asking the user his weight and the unit in which he is inserting the weight of his. So let's start with the if function. If unit equals, so it contains the letter L, what we will have to do, we have to convert the number. However, what assure me that the user will not insert a small l? What we have to do is we will use the string methods that we learned in this course. If you forgot them, please go back to the beginning of this course, check the strings method, and you will see that unit dot upper If this contains the letter L, then he is meaning the pounds unit. We can use converted weight equals to the normal weight times 0.45. Then you have to print your UR, then converted weight. This converted weight is from pounds, so UR converted weight kilograms. Let's go back to the else command. In the else command, the converted weight equals to weight, the normal weight, divided by 0.45. Remember that this division returns a float number. If you want to return an integer number, you go back with the double backslash. I will stick to the float. Then print a formatted string and UR converted weight pounds. Let's run it. What is your weight? Let's say 160. For sure not kilograms. It will be in pounds. However, there is something wrong. Insert large L for pounds. Let's repeat it. Stop and rerun. Your weight 160. Insert L for pounds and K for kilograms. For sure pounds. You are 72 kilograms. Let's try and repeat it. My weight is 72 kilograms is in kilograms. You are 160,000 pounds. By this, we have finished this project. I know it was very easy and simple. You learned everything in it and nothing was new or needed for research or trial. Everything was previously done in this course. I wish you enjoyed this course. In case you have any question, you have my contact in the beginning of the course and the end of the project introduction. I see you in the next course if you are willing to continue with Python, called Python for Beginners.